fried chicken in the mist.
Oh, okay. And since he going that way, let's go follow those homes in the mist.
Anyways.
Yeah, I'll talk a little bit louder.
Anyways, it's morning time, bro. Everybody's sleepy. You ain't got the crust wiped out your eyes.
Hey, let me get to the sponsor already, bro. Since it's morning time, we're sponsored by Morning Wood.
All right, bro.
You either bricked up or you're floppy.
Ain't nothing flopping around here. What did boy Chris say?
Anyways, we are at Southeast Range Day put on by our boy EDC Key and our boy Dirty Op Duke, otherwise known as Joseph Duke. I'm about to take a CQB
/ Force on Force class.
/ Force on Force class. He has that tomorrow.
Yep.
And then tonight he has a
low light class.
Low light class.
It's gonna be some crazy content
Yeah.
this weekend.
That's
boy.
it.
We said we was gonna get out here with some instructors for y'all, get some training, put y'all on, expand y'all horizons, even our horizon. So let's get it.
I've never done CQB before, so.
Yeah, it's about to be interesting. Ain't doing the tactical life.
Bro, all these nets out here, bro.
I'll get into the cinematics.
Start to see that at the corner of my eye, I slow that down and then stop with that meter, maybe even 2 meters off that muzzle. But at least it gets my area of responsibility. If there was a big dining room table or something here, I now am getting the situational awareness behind that. So if I can get all the way to that corner, I'm going to. But 90% of the time, what is along all our walls? Furniture.
So almost perfect with that nonverbal communication. You shook your head, you said, no, I've got nothing.
How we see this, right? He's the number one guy and he's doing his threshold, and there's a, say dead wall, but there's nothing on that wall, right? So as he does his threshold, and I come up behind him, remember we said time is, space is time? Yeah. Once I do this, what am I looking at right here?
That door?
Yeah, and basically I can check that out. I got this, right? It behooved me to drop and get a little bit closer to this way, right? So that way the number one guy comes in, shoot right behind him.
Cheating a little bit, yeah.
I'm cheating, right? There's no sense for me to stand here and look at this wall right here, nothing. Closer.
There you go. Good. Hell yeah. Don't take two, take four.
Don't give it up, but he hasn't seen where yet.
In the corner.
So what do I want to do? Let him in and you go. So, good job. Could you have shot that target? Absolutely not.
No.
Because if you put that laser on and you would come this way, where is he? If he goes run up, way too close.
Yeah.
Right? Could he, if you go all the way here, could he shoot this target?
Yes,
Why?
because I'm right here and not over there.
That's all I want you thinking about it in your headspace there.
Got you.
So do you see the difference with taking that extra? Now I put some asshole down,
Yep.
right? I see him, I drop him. He's down. Do I gotta shoot him again? Is his buddy there? Where's his buddy? What do we haven't checked yet? Let him go, come back up.
Got you.
All right?
I got one in the corner.
Good. Good.
Run. Find it. There's one. Get in there. Room 2, where's it at? Where's 2? There he shoots. Get in there. 3, where's it at? 5-3. Four. Find it. Where's 4? There we go. Good. Go 5. Let's get it. 5. Where's it at? Time. Woo, new time to beat. But I think we got some misses.
We have a miss on that target in the first one.
I think we got a miss right there too. All right. Hey, really good job. All right. I know I threw a curveball at you right at the end there, and I said, hey, you're going to need to speed that threshold up if you want to get a good time. All right. But it's good. You didn't deviate from what you were doing all day, which is that nice slow threshold, but you just sped it up a little bit. All right. And you can see where we start to add that stress. That's where those misses come. So you got to understand that. Yes, that's a miss, but we're aiming for something a lot smaller than what we're used to aiming at, and that's usually center mass of a person. All right, we're doing this to drive some stress and drive some more precision. So don't think that these misses are bad. I would never ask someone who's not a cop to focus on headshot only. All right, I would much rather you focus on center mass, well-placed shots, because that's what we're trying to do. Total time was 116, 2 misses, that brings it to 136. Still a pretty damn
What'd
good
you
shot.
do on that first round?
The first round, I aimed center mass.
You threw that round so clean, center mass. But you know what you did? 1, you knew what happened. 2, you remember the rules for at least a competition, and you shot 2 well placed, then in the head. So even though under stress, you're like, crap, boom, and that center, right? So then you reassess from there. Cool.
Now, if this was just a normal run and you were doing your normal center or your normal threshold at your speed, I'm positive that all of those shots would have been at the head. And you're not a cop or anything, right? You have a very quick target ID in precision shot, which is pretty impressive. You come off safe and engage the target very quickly. That's really cool to see. So good job.
Appreciate it,
All
man.
right. Yeah, man. Good job.
So just took the SubSecond CQB class, and we gonna do some final thoughts.
This man's still looking at his phone.
Anyways, my question would be, what level of, I guess, flat range training or firearms training in general would you suggest that a civilian have before they, enter this whole CQB realm? Because I know you be seeing everything on the internet about, it's the kind of the fad right now. So
Yeah, absolutely. So a general understanding of firearms is great. Being able to safely manipulate a weapon in a close quarter environment is crucial when we're running through CQB. We're extremely close to other people moving down a hallway, and if a gun goes down or we have an engagement with someone, we tend to do weird things if we're not used to it, and we tend to move in different directions. And if that gun isn't pointed in a safe direction, when we start trying to fix something or engage a target, it can be a really bad day. So having a good, solid understanding of the firearm, how it works, what happens when the gun doesn't do what you want it to do, and knowing what condition your rifle or handgun is at all times is crucial when we're operating in a CQB environment. So I wouldn't suggest someone who just bought a firearm and took it out on the range maybe 1 or 2 times to start practicing CQB, but definitely have some trigger time and be very comfortable with the weapon before you start a CQB class.
Thinking of it is being able to get out of the situation. If you're in the middle of an active shooting.
For sure, yeah.
So
For sure.
I was looking at the exit of building safer.
Yep.
Get more people out safely.
That's right. In a lot of civilian active shooter courses, they tell you to hunker down, lock the doors, barricade the doors, and stuff like that for police officers to come to. So that's also the other technique that we could use.
That's it. So yeah.
I wasn't in the class today, but spectating because we was jumping around. This was the best pace one. Like I really like the pacing of this class. It was real smooth how y'all broke it down for everyone.
Appreciate it. We operate on a run, crawl, or crawl, walk, run pace, right? So we try to tailor our courses based off of the response we get from people taking the course. So if everyone switched on when we start the course, we may start speeding stuff up a little bit quicker and move on to things faster. But it's kind of tailored to how the class is functioning as a group. So, yeah.
He's in the class tomorrow.
Oh, really? Yeah. So you got a little sneak peek.
I didn't watch that much.
No, you're good, man. That's good. That's good.
It's probably the most wholesome final thoughts we
Oh, yeah.
We appreciate you, though.
I was trying to be professional. You want
Appreciate you,
to
man.
break it down?
Appreciate it, man.
I'm doing it my natural way now.
Yeah. Give it a try.
I got that one at 300. I have to go like. Crown of the head. Cool. Make sense on that? Any questions on that? You guys see the flashlight technique? Right, so left side, right side, good to go.
I just pressed play. It's red. Bro, Ed is whooping ass in this class. I'm glad K can't record. I'm behind the ball. I'm running the MMP. I haven't ran the MMP in like 6 months because I had that C2, if y'all remember. But no. Watch, bro. Matt with Eagle Tactics, he getting us right. We're getting some content.
You see,
The one on the left.
why you keep shooting the one on the right and coming left?
Okay,
Does that make sense? Like
Yeah.
your gun's gonna enter in sooner right here to come back right there.
that makes sense.
So let's see what it looks like.
You ready?
Yeah.
Shooter, stand by.
So enter on that one, come back on that one.
There it is.
There you go. Ready. Shooter, stand by.
How many points we can get per second, right? So if I'm not shooting, I'm not scoring any points, right? So it's like points, no points, points, no points, points, versus boom, 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 points, points as I move across. So you will have a higher hit factor at the end. All right, good job, man.
Yeah. Man, I'm starting to lock in.
It's
But
hot.
Ed been putting belt that ass all day, bro. I gotta at least get him on the take 5 drill, or at least we both get the
Oh
coin
yeah,
or whatever.
I won the other competition.
He won
It's
2.
hot and it's nets out here. Nets out here. Key brought the net.
What we say yesterday, muggy nuts.
Muggy nuts.
Muggy nuts.
But yeah, bro, it's good. Even when you having an off day, bro, I feel good because I'm getting input on what I'm doing on this off day. I feel like I'm not. It is what it is. We work through it, and we getting instruction while we doing it. So it's a plus.
Everything's holster, gun loaded holster, wrist below belt. In each iteration, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 yards, you get 1 mulligan. So say you draw the gun, you didn't like the way the dot appeared, take the mulligan. If you fire the shot though, however, game's on if you fire the round. All right, cool. If you have a malfunction, if you go fire yourself 5 yards, you fire 2 rounds, this is the way it goes. You fire 2 rounds, you look at me, I look at you, we stare at each other's souls for a second. As long as you don't fire that 3rd shot, all right, fix it and fire it, I'll tell you holster back up. All right, and you get to run it again. All that means is at the end, guess how many rounds you got to have on it now? 27 rounds, because you fire 2 and the other plus 5. Does that make sense, everybody? All right. That's about it.
Shit. All right.
Final thoughts. Since
Final thoughts.
Hey guys.
Man, so many gnats out here, bro. It's so annoying. Final thoughts. I gotta take a class. I wasn't recording today, so that was cool. Kay was behind the camera.
Yeah.
We took Eagle Tactics. Matt.
Who all took that Eagle Tactics? Say.
When he went, he was gonna say it too. So that's what I'm saying. Anyway, I was not the best shooter today. Shooting the Smith & Wesson after like 6 or so months, but dude, his drills were crazy. Like every drill at the start, after the cold start, was like meant for you to get to your failure point and figure out shit from there. So that's my biggest takeaway, and I think we're gonna incorporate that into our like everyday range day. Yeah, for sure. Cause it's easy to game shit and just hit A's, bro. It's super easy to do that. So yeah, Matt is a great instructor.
Gotta learn how to bust on command.
I took Matt's class as well, and it was well, I mean, it's not my first. Shit. Hey, bro, watch out! It's not my first. All right, it's not my first class, but like, it definitely was a different pace than the other classes. Like, it was more fast paced, and I enjoy that. I like getting thrown in the fire.
I thought you were gonna say some other shit, boy.
His mind belongs down here in the boonies. But anyways, it was a different pace. I like it. I like getting thrown in the fire. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't doing too well at first, but like, I mean, I won 2 out of 3 competitions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was locked in. He was locked in.
When it came to the competitive stuff, I don't know. I'm just weird. When it comes to competitive stuff, I be like, you know, locked in. But like regular fundamental drills, I feel like I be thinking too much. But that class definitely did a lot. Definitely got my reps in. Got rounds behind my gun, so I'm 400 rounds more comfortable with my gun. Shoot your gun, take your gun to a class.
Your actual
Get
gun.
right, your actual
gun,
gun, not the gun you just play with at the range. On to you, sir.
That boy go CQB today.
Yeah, I had a CQB class, CQC, whatever you want to call it. Got a lot of information for y'all. We don't work a lot of this stuff in our regiment, in our training regiment. And I also took a low light class, so you will see some low light stuff coming. It was handheld and low light, but we're not going to give you all the sauce. Still come out here if you're able to come to an event and train. Do so. We're not giving y'all all the sauce, but we'll give y'all some drills or some stuff to look out for, and so yeah, that's pretty much it.
Shouts out to Duke, Dirty Out Duke. Shouts out to EDC Key.
Shout out goddamn Chaz for the shirt.
Shout out
the shirt skis.
Shout out to
South
He got a
Rain Day
ladybug on
drill
it.
too.
That boy had the luck today. That's why.
Shouts out to Chaz for the shirt.
Boy go ladybug.
This was the Anderson Silver one. He got the one.
Hey, you just okay.
Oh, yeah, we're gonna beep it out. Anyway, bro. Oh yeah, this is my first class by technicality. I've never like actually took somebody full length class. It's usually like, oh yeah, you recording, you can hop in for some reps, and that's usually how I got my training. So this is my actually first class that I got to run all the way through. So it was cool.
I'm on here look crazy, bro.
Bro. Yo, it's a cool experience though, bro. If y'all real deal, I'm gonna drill this again. If you're able to go out and take a class, do that. Especially if it's a big event. I'm not saying a range day. You know how you just go to a range day and you just dumping rounds down range. I'm talking about an actual class. If you're able to, do that. Seek out training. Progress. Get better. Don't be a shitter. Don't be a loot drop. And don't get kicked out here.
And don't forget to watch the brain rot.
and bust on command all the time. We get clapped up outside. Somebody clap them cheeks.